Hello friends, how are you? Hope all of you are fine. Let's start today's topic, which is disadvantages of Bitcoin. In the previous video, we have seen the advantages of Bitcoin. Let's start today's topic. Firstly, welcome to my channel News Seasons. I am really proud that all of you seeing my videos and requesting you to please like, comment and share my video with your friends. And finally, please subscribe my channel. Okay? Then let's start today's discussion. What are the disadvantages of Bitcoin? Here, the first characteristics is degree of acceptance. Let's see the description. Many people are still unaware of Bitcoin. Every day, more business accept Bitcoins because they want advantages of doing so. But the list remains small and still needs to grow in order to benefit from network effects. Okay, let's see what are the network effects. I have opened it up in new tab and see what are the network effect. Okay, here is the network effects diagram and evidence and consequences, economics, adoption and completion, criminal mass, market tipping, multiple equilibria and acceptation, technology life cycle, negative network externalities. Here more descriptions are here. You have to read this. Let's next characteristic is volatility. Okay, volatility. The total value of Bitcoin is circulation, and the number of businesses using Bitcoin are still very small compared to what they could be. Therefore, relatively small events, trades, or business activities can significantly affect the price. In theory, this volatility will decrease as Bitcoin markets and the technology matures. Never before has the world seen at startup currency. Okay, so it is truly difficult and exciting to imagine how it will pay out. Okay, the next one is ongoing development. Bitcoin software is still in beta with many incomplete features in active development. New tools, features are services and new tools, features and services are being developed to make Bitcoin more secure and accessible to the masses. Some of these are still not ready for Bitcoin and everyone. Some of these are still not ready for everyone. Most Bitcoin businesses are newly and still offer no insurance. In general, Bitcoin is still in the process of maturing. The next question is, why do people trust Bitcoin? Here you know that trust of Bitcoin is too much little bit. Okay, let's see the description what they saying. Much of trust in Bitcoin comes from the fact and it requires no trust at all. Bitcoin is fully open source and decentralized. This means that anyone has access to the entire source code and anytime. Any developer in the world can therefore verify exactly how Bitcoin works. All transactions and Bitcoins issued into existence can be transparently consulted in real time by anyone. All payment can be made without reliance on a third party, and the whole system is protected by heavily peer-reviewed cryptographic algorithms. Like for online banking, no organization or individual can control Bitcoin. Okay, and the network remains secure even if not all of its users can be trusted. Okay, the next one is, can I make money with Bitcoin? This is tremendous question to us. Okay, because we see the discussion and that how we earn from Bitcoin. Okay, let's see how they say. You should never expect to get rich with Bitcoin or any emerging technology. It is always important to be wary of anything that sounds too good to be true or disobeys basic economic rules. Bitcoin is a growing space of innovation, and there are business opportunities that also include risks. There is no guarantee that Bitcoin will continue to grow even though it has developed at a very fast rate so far. Investing time and resources on anything related to Bitcoin requires entrepreneurship. Okay, this is very important point, and there are various ways to make money with Bitcoin, such as mining, speculation, or running new businesses. All of these methods are competitive and there is no guarantee of profit. It is up to each individual to make a proper evaluation of the cost and the risks involved in such project. Okay. The next one is Bitcoin fully virtual and immaterial? Okay. Let's see. Bitcoin is as virtual as the credit card and online banking networks people use every day. Bitcoin can be used to pay online and in physical stores just like any other form of money. Bitcoins can also be exchanged in physical form such as the denarium coins. Let's see what is the denarium coins. Okay, it's loading. Let's see what happened. We will discuss the denarium method later. Let's see. This is trusted Bitcoin services since 2012. Okay, here is the who is the executive officers and who are the partners: Senate, CoinFox, CoinDex, Bitcoin Magazine, Bitcoinist.net, CardRates.com, the Money Mongers. Here the about us and some description of this site is built on 2022 and that it's reserved by Parasosui. Okay, let's see the customers review. Some of customers reviews. These guys have been part of the Bitcoin industry since the early days. Throughout the years, we have built a solid business relationship. Okay. Next one is BTC Trinkets. He said here the um, mm, organization said they are one of the oldest Bitcoin companies in Finland. Okay, it's established in Finland and have been a reliable partner as a service provider and as a customer. Okay. Mr. Cassisius told, I have enjoyed working with these guys. Okay. And Lamasu also said these guys are doing great work. Okay. Then we back to our discussion, the denarium coins. Okay. But paying with a mobile phone usually remain more convenient. Bitcoin balance are stored in a large distributed network and they cannot be fraudulently altered by anybody. Okay. In other words, Bitcoin users have exclusive control over their funds and Bitcoins cannot vanish just because of their virtual. Is Bitcoin anonymous? Obviously, I think it's anonymous. Okay, let's see the discussion. Or say what they say. Bitcoin is designed to allow its user to send and receive payments with a acceptable level of privacy as well as any other form of money. However, Bitcoin is not anonymous. Uh, okay, I think my thinking is goes wrong. Then they are saying Bitcoin is not anonymous. Okay, and they cannot offer the same level of privacy as cash. Yeah, that is right. The use of Bitcoin levels extensive public records. Okay, various mechanisms exist to protect users' privacy and more are in development. The mechanisms you have to see, and I will, if I have time, then I will to discuss with you the mechanisms, what are the development process. Okay. However, there are still work to be done before features are used correctly by most Bitcoin users. Some concerns have been raised that private transactions could not could be used for illegal purposes with Bitcoin. However, it is worth nothing that Bitcoin will undoubtedly be subjected to similar regulation and that are already in place inside existing financial system. Bitcoin cannot be more anonymous than cash, and it is not likely to prevent criminal investigations from being conducted. Okay. Additionally, Bitcoin is also designed to prevent a large range of financial crime. Let's see. The next one is what happens when Bitcoin are lost. What happened? What do you think? Any idea? Let's comment your idea. Let's see what they say. When a user loses his wallet, it has the effect of removing money out of circulation. Lost Bitcoin still remain in the blockchain, just like any other Bitcoins. However, lost Bitcoins remain dormant forever because there is no way for anybody to find the private keys that would allow them to be spent again. Okay. because of the law of supply and demand. When fewer bitcoins are available, the ones that are left will be in higher demand and is increase in value to compensate. Okay. The next one is, can Bitcoin scale to become a major payment network? Let's see what they say. The Bitcoin network can already process a much higher number of transactions per second than it does today. It is, however, not entirely ready to scale to the level of major credit card networks. Work is underway to lift current limitations and future requirements are well known. Since inception, every aspect of the Bitcoin network has been a continuous process of maturation, optimizations, and specialization, and it should be expected to remain that way for some years to come. As traffic grows, more Bitcoin users may have lightweight clients, and full network nodes may have become a more specialized service. For more details, see the scalability page on the wiki. Here is the link of scalability of Bitcoin payment network. You should see the details. I am not discussing the scalability with you. Then the legal issue. Legal issue is very important to us. Bitcoin is legal or not? Here, the first question is Bitcoin legal? Let's see what they say. To the best of our knowledge, Bitcoin has not been made illegal by legislation is most jurisdictions. However, some jurisdictions such as Argentina and Russia severely restrict or ban foreign currencies. Other jurisdictions such as Thailand may limit the licensing of concerned entities such as Bitcoin exchanges. Okay, Argentina and Russia and Thailand is a limit. They have limit for Bitcoin exchanges. Okay, regulators from various jurisdictions are taking steps to provide individuals and business with rules on how to integrate this new technology with the formal regulated financial system. For example, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Networking, a bureau in the United States Treasury Department, okay, issued not binding guidance on how it characterizes center activities involving virtual currencies. So there is legal issue, some of countries and others. Okay. The next one is Bitcoin useful for illegal activities. Bitcoin is money, and money has always been used both for legal and illegal purpose. Cash, credit card, and current banking system widely surpass Bitcoin in terms of their use of finance crime. Bitcoin can bring significant innovation in payment system, and the benefits of such innovation are often considered to be far beyond their potential drawbacks. Okay, everything's have some drawbacks, so we have to maintain that. And the Bitcoin is designed to be a huge step forward in making money more secure and could also act as a significant protection against many forms of financial crime. For instance, bitcoins are completely impossible to counterfeit. Users are in full control of their payments and cannot receive unapproved charges such as with credit card fraud. Bitcoin transactions are irreversible and immune to fraudulent chargeback. Bitcoins allows money to be secured against theft and loss using very strong and useful mechanisms such as backups, encryptions, and multiple signatures. Some concerns have been raised that Bitcoin could be more attractive to criminals because it can be used to make private and irreversible payment. However, However, these features already exist with cash and wire transfer, which are widely used and well established. The use of Bitcoin will undoubtedly be subjected to similar regulations that are already in place inside existing financial system, and Bitcoin is not likely to prevent criminal investigation from being conducted. In general, it is common for important breakthroughs to be perceived as being controversial before their benefits are well understood. The Internet is a good example among many others to illustrate it. Okay, you have been search for it in your internet and Google. There you will see more links. The next question is, can Bitcoin be regulated? The Bitcoin protocol itself cannot be modified without the corporation or nearly all its users, who choose what software they use, attempting to assign special rights to a local authority in the rules of the global Bitcoin network is not practical possibility. Any rich organization could choose to invest in mining hardware to control half of the computing power of the network and become able to block or reserve recent transactions. However, there is no guarantee that they could retain this power, since this requires to invest as much than all other miners in the world. Okay, it is, however, possible to regulate the use of Bitcoin in the similar way to any other instrument, just like the dollar. Bitcoin can be used for a wide variety of purposes, some of which can be considered legitimate or not as per its jurisdiction law. In this regard, Bitcoin is no different than any other tool or resource and can be subjected to different regulation in each country. Bitcoin use could also be made difficult by restrictive regulation, in which case it is hard to determine what percentage of users would keep using the technology. A government that chooses to ban Bitcoin would prevent domestic business and markets from developing, shifting innovation to other countries. The challenge of regulators, as always, is to develop efficient solutions while not impairing the growth of new emerging markets and businesses. Okay, let's see the taxes of Bitcoin. The next one is part about Bitcoin and taxes. Let's see the discussion. Bitcoin is not a fiat currency with legal tender status in any jurisdiction, but often tax liability occurs regardless of the medium used. There is a wide variety of legislation in many different jurisdictions, which could cause income, sales, payroll, capital gains, or some other form of tax liability to arise with Bitcoin. Okay. The last one is what about Bitcoin and consumer protection? Okay. Let's see the discussion and what they say. Bitcoin is freeing people to transact on their own terms. Each user can send and receive payments in a similar way to cash, but they cannot take part in more complex contracts. Multiple signatures allows a transaction to be accepted by the network only if a certain number of a defined group of persons agree to sign the transaction. Okay, this allows innovative dispute mediation services to be developed in the future. Such services could allow a third party to approve or reject a transaction in case of disagreement between the other parties without having control on their money. As opposed to cash and other payment methods, Bitcoin always leaves a public proof that a transaction did take place. This is too much important there for the legal issue and consumer protection. Okay, which is potential be used in a recourse against a business with the fraudulent practice. Okay, it is also worth noting that while merchants usually depend on their public reputation to remain in business and pay their employees, they don't have access to the same level of information when dealing with new consumers. The way Bitcoin works allows both individuals and businesses to be protected against fraudulent chargeback, while giving the choice to the consumer and asks for more protection when they are not willing to trust a particular merchant. Okay, today's topic is end up, and please wait for the next video. We will discuss in next video the economy of Bitcoin. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for being with me, and please like, comment and subscribe my channel.